It is September 30th, 2024. So, this whole issue when it comes to Justin Bieber, right? Um, when it comes to my ancestors, Justin, we all know the factors, right? In terms of if you study into Metatron and everything, we everybody knows the factors generationally. But my question is to you, Justin, since you think you're so smart, you did your ancestors, the ones that came from Germany. You were part of the white German groups that did not protect the black German Jews out of Germany, but there were white groups that protected us. So, knowing for a fact, Justin, you didn't come from that ancestry out of Germany that protected Marano Jews or protected the Black Ashkenazi Jews or the Black Sephardic Jews. You didn't come from that lineage. So, knowing that's factual historically. So, who are you in this lifetime trying to seek protections from me generationally, knowing your ancestors didn't do the work for us? Do you see how much error you are? You don't make any sense whatsoever. Life don't work like that, Justin. I mean, this we're talking about generationally. There was work that needed to be done. There was an era, I'd say from 1950s up to 1960s, where yeah, black salvation was there, but it was a whole bunch of racism, blah 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 blah, whatever, whatever. But God took us up anyway, Justin. It's your problem. You are just constantly you're dumb stuck on old racial factors. It's not relevant. It doesn't serve any form of relevancy because back in the day we were under protections under Queen Elizabeth. We are under the British monarchy. The laws were established through God, through the British monarchy, but that protected us. So we didn't need people like you. It was people like you that made it clear to God that you guys didn't want to do the work in terms of the black Jews. So I don't know who's over there teaching you all this bullshit. And then another, they taught them, they trained them up in this weirdness oh, well, we didn't take care of them back in the day, but you're still supposed to be coming to people like us for protection, Justin? That's a lie from the pits of hell. And that's why you got harmed from Diddy. Because God don't like ugly. You imagine you didn't want to support another black Ashkenazi Jew. You didn't want to support another black Sephardic Jew. You didn't want to support us, the ones that came direct from Germany, Justin. But then you think that the work that God did for us, my ancestors, ancestrally, you think you could have went above God and take that for yourself, knowing that there was work that should have been done. We were left alone, and it was because of people like you. And then you go to these people with lies as if like people like me are supposed to be carrying people like you, and you know for a fact that's a lie from the pits of hell. You took things that you had no right to take, and you shouldn't even, as a matter of fact, you're so racist, Justin, to the point where you shouldn't even been concerned about my ancestors. And you shouldn't have been concerned about God and the work that God did for my ancestors, due to the fact that it was people like you that were racist against people like us. God took us up because of our blood. We have Jew blood. Hebraic blood, Justin. Honestly, when it comes, it's 2024 now. Like, no, it's just a no when it comes to people like Justin. You had a choice. You do the work, or you just don't do it at all, or just go do your own work. Because in all this crap that you've been projecting out in society, we've been doing our own work. Our ancestors did the work for us anyway, with the help of God. God was there for us. God, through the law, Justin. Can you imagine? It's like if you open up the Bible to Genesis, right? And when you open up the Bible, it talks about the issue dealing with Moses and Abraham and right? It clearly explains the story. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's still in the book. Who are you, Justin, to sit around and take up other blood arguments coming out of the Bible? You wanted to project, you wanted to like launch yourself into certain pathways as if like you're connected that way. Spiritually, it's a lie. My ancestors, people have to understand something. My ancestors have been carrying around these issues for a very long time. And there was a time when I'd say from like by the 1980s, God was just like, that's it, I'm going to deal with it. God said, no, 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 you're my people. Don't worry about the racists. You're my people. Leave them. So why couldn't you respect that, Justin? And this goes back to Patty too. Why couldn't you respect that? It makes so much sense. That's why, like, they call themselves Jews, right? But he was under the Baptist church, right? And then you went from Baptist to Catholic, and who knows what the hell you are now? We can just call you a Satanist. So where does Judaism fall into when it comes to Justin Bieber at this point? Where was it? Because you've been trying to be me the whole time. Honest to God, I've met I met some Turkish Jews in my life, and Justin is the only racist Turkish Jew I've ever known. I swear to God, as God is my witness, you need to leave my ancestor records, Justin. It does not pertain to you in spirit or in truth. You are a part of a different pathway. Why can't you get? I don't care about how jealous you are. That you can tell for a fact that Justin being jealous out of something that your own lineage didn't want to take up in terms of doing work, you know for a fact that's a lie. That's something that you put in your head. You chose to be jealous. And that's a part of your racism. Because we didn't do anything to you. I'm actually mixed race, Justin. I'm black and white, Justin. You want to sit around there doing spell work on God's people, on black Jews. You're crazy for that. Whoever taught this clown to come and attack me like this, I said I leave you to the Most High. That's what I leave them to. Every single one of them. You cannot play around with God like that. Like, what type of duality are you trying to play? You trying to play a game with? You think God's duality was competition? You think God's duality was racism? You guys are sick. And like I said, my ancestor journey, I'm telling the truth. My ancestor journey, I'm talking about from like early 2000s. We have the issues from the 1970s, the 1980s, that's almost done. Like it's almost finished now. But I mean, the issues out of the 2000s, Justin, yeah, you need to be dealt with. You can't even do Jewish Like, you can't even tell the Jewish story out of this era because you projected out so much error that you don't even God can't even, yo, Justin, don't you dare disrespect my ancestry over there when it deals with Hollywood. I'm here to want to tell you that. Michael Jackson, he proved his point. Michael Jackson had vitiligo. He proved his point, didn't he? In terms of blood. And now people can clearly see what you really about, Justin. Now people can truly really see it. That whole jealousy factor, get rid of it.